Have you ever imagined a rain that could heal sadness? At the end of this story, you will discover a moral you will never forget. In a hidden valley between blue mountains lived Pluma, a bird with crystal feathers who cried whenever someone felt lonely. No one knew why her tears formed small golden drops that, when touching the ground, made heart-shaped flowers bloom. In that same valley lived Noko, a hedgehog who never spoke and avoided everyone. His back and spines made a shadow. Whenever someone came close, his spines released a cold wind that pushed everyone away, even if he didn't mean to. One day, Pluma flew over the forest and felt a sadness so deep that her wings began to tremble without explanation. She descended through the trees and saw Noko curled up in a clearing, covered in dry leaves, silent and still. The rain began to fall, but it wasn't water. It was Pluma's soft, golden, warm tears touching the ground like caresses. When they touched Noko, a flower bloomed among his spines, shining with a center shaped like the sun. Noko opened his eyes, surprised. It was the first time someone cried for him, not out of fear, but for feeling his sadness. "Why are you crying for me?" he asked with a trembling voice. Pluma didn't answer, only let another tear fall on his paw. The ground beneath Noko turned soft, full of fresh grass, and his spines began to soften little by little. But just then, the sky darkened completely. A huge, loud black cloud covered the valley without warning. It was the silent cloud, a being that absorbed emotions and erased the sweetest memories of those who lived there. Noko felt the flower on his back wither. Pluma also lost color in her wings, as if sadness was draining them both. "We have to protect the rain," cried Pluma for the first time. Her words formed a rainbow that pierced through the cloud. But the silent cloud roared, and with a gust, made Pluma vanish into 1,000 pieces of crystal. Noko screamed in despair. Something inside him, something warm and vibrant, began to glow beneath his chest. His longest spine detached and became a shining drop. Without thinking, he threw it into the sky with all his strength. The drop pierced through the silent cloud and exploded into 1,000 colors. A deep silence filled the valley. Then came a sweet rain. Each falling drop carried a happy memory, hugs, laughter, songs, and even forgotten childhood secrets. Noko stood still, soaked but smiling. Pluma didn't return as before, but her crystals began to fall like petals. Since then, Noko decided to walk through the valley, sharing the stories he heard in the rain. His spines turned into soft branches where butterflies and birds rested without fear. The people of the valley began visiting him to share their sorrows, knowing that each word healed by being heard. Noko built a nest of words beside a giant tree, where each night he let Pluma's rain embrace him. When the village children asked why the rain had heart shapes, Noko replied, "Because someone once cried out of love." And so, the valley bloomed like never before, not just with flowers, but with songs, stories, and shared memories. The silent cloud never returned. They say it became a star that watches over dreams from way above. And if one day warm and gentle rain falls on your head, you might be under Pluma's whisper in Noko's heart. Moral: shared sadness can become hope, and even the sharpest spine can bloom with true love. See you very soon with more magical stories that will make your imagination fly and touch your heart in every adventure.